I've never made a Minecraft video before. The only reason I'm making this video is I made this space efficient, and once it's made, I think labor efficient villager trading hall. It reduces the amount of time and labor that goes into trying to quickly get a bunch of enchantments on a bunch of gear, etc. Especially if you have repeatedly died on your single player Minecraft world. Now, obviously the solution is like, don't die, use totems of undying, alright, everyone plays Minecraft differently. What I don't like about villager trading halls, there's like a lot of space between you and the villager. Typically the actual occupation block standing between you and the villager. Normally that's fine, except that if you're also concerned about the amount of XP that you're getting from your trades, it can be annoying for the XP to get stuck behind these blocks. The other thing, up until very, very recently, I had only ever seen the villagers with a 1 block space in between them. I recently found a video on YouTube. It showed villager trading halls where the villagers were divided instead by trapdoors. I thought, wow, that's incredibly space efficient. But let me show you what I have. It'll all be decorated, so it's not like, it's a work in progress. Just bear with me. You enter by way of bubble elevator, activate this pressure plate, comes up, you get stopped at the top, and you stand on this trapdoor. And it's a column of trapdoors surrounding the bubble column, currently activated by the trapdoor. The trapdoor sends a sonic signal to a calibrated fucking one of these guys. What are these called? A calibrated shulk sensor. You step on the pressure plate, you get the powers this block, activating this redstone, powering that block, and having this piston push your soul sand. Then by activating a trap door, maybe a chest would do it. Yeah, chest does it too. I think it's set to do it when an item like closes or maybe opens, don't know. But it does it when you use the trapdoor at the top that you stand on. Let me show you. So this is stairs. I'm gonna change those out, but it's this full to get the signal strength necessary to filter out sounds, to just be the opening and closing of things, to bring that magma block into place to make it a down elevator. Keep in mind, when you get to the top here, you're standing on the ledge of this block, of this trapdoor here. Which means that when you bring this trapdoor down, you're still standing on this block height, and you're not going to move up to that block height. So if I go back over here, I get sucked through. Okay? So you have to jump. That's it. You just, you can just tap on the space bar or just like hold your space bar down. And you don't even see the jump because it's so minuscule, but that's the only way to not get sucked through, is like you have to jump. And it just becomes habit that you jump. And then you have anvil, crafting table, chest of, in my case, iron, because that's the thing I most frequently trade, shulker box of emeralds. This is where your additional trading items would go. You put in your glass and you can make your glass panes, you can make glass bottles to trade, that kind of thing. That's what would go in this chest. Ender chest for, I don't know, just in case. When your anvil breaks, another anvil drops in on top of it. So you're never without. There's an observer down there checking out to see whether the anvil is still on it. This is that observer right there. When it detects a change, it sends a pulse into this guy. This guy then pushes the dupe, like he goes boop. This doesn't have to be an observer, I'm realizing. It could just be a regular block. Pretty sure. Only one way to find out. When that gets pushed here, that detects the change. That pulse gets sent up to here. This is a sticky piston which bonks this observer up to put a signal in here, right? This extends very slightly the pulse from the observer. Powering off. God damn it. God damn it. Powering off this redstone torch. This deactivates for a moment, letting the next anvil drop down. And I just have a pile of anvils that I can replace at any time, and I have more in here. So, you know, when it gets low, you just jump up and you do your towering up, and I have my little winglings, so it's all good. I guess I should do, you know, something like this so the bad guys don't end up on the top here. With this setup, this is 60 villagers plus all your doobly doos, all within reach from your position just on this block here. So there's chains here. They control or limit my movement, and that's also why I have this glass block above my head. Because I get a little wily, you know? I'm always wiggling around, and in this particular area, to make it the most efficient possible, you don't want to be anywhere other than on this block, which is one trapdoor's height above this block level. So why is that? If we take out a weapon or a tool of any kind, you'll see your targeting bar come up. It shows your little like swing timer. That pops up when you are looking at an entity or mob that you can smackaroo. And also it shows when the guy that you're looking at is within reach. Importantly, all of these guys are within reach of the block that I'm at. Could you fit more guys within your span of reach? Yes. Have I? Not in this case, because I don't even have all the guys that I could. I've never really min-maxed on villager trades, honestly. I do it so that your iron is, you have 1 iron for 1 emerald, right? And I have 10 guys that do that. Do all my little iron trades. Shit. That doesn't actually do anything, but I just don't know that I'm going to be able to close it. Oh, it's right here. No, sorry. They're positioned in such a way that the experience orbs can reach you from whatever cell these guys are in. They're separated by trapdoors. That's how it's so compact. Otherwise, they get mixed up and they can't get back to their occupation blocks, so they have to be divided. And their occupation blocks are behind them. You can still access their occupation blocks, to the extent that is required, like a loom brewing stand behind these guys. Thank you. I'm still working out the ideal situation, and I got plenty of room to move them around. I do wish that my mason was down here so I could access that. Oh. That was accidental. The moving around, I will say, is annoying as hell. And I guess if people watch this video and are interested in how to figure it out, I can do another thing about how to actually construct it. But this is the inside. You can do all your trades really fast. You get your stuff, disenchant it if you want. You find your whatever disguise protection. You need your books. They would be in here. Could I do that? Hold on. Let's see if I can do that. Well, okay, that sucks. Okay, it's not perfect. Okay? I said that. But you would have your books in here anyway, so that wouldn't be a problem. I guess you could you could make these hoppers. And then those excess trades where you end up accidentally throwing things, or in the event that you're a huge dumbass, the hoppers could pick those items up and either redistribute them back into the chest. The ideas just get better and better, or at least you'd be able to click the hopper. Okay, so how does it work? You have this top row of guys is propped up on a carpet. Now, it's carpet and not a slab, because the slab makes it so that this guy, who is the farthest away from you, if this was a slab, you would just barely be able to select him right here. So it just makes it a little bit easier that it's a carpet and not a full slab. I guess you could also do trapdoors. Again, that's like, I mean, why would you? The carpet just makes it that much easier. So these guys are on carpet, and just above them is a block, so they can't jump. They're separated by these trapdoors, and they are prevented from exiting their cell by the chains. Now, the reason I use chains is because they're less obtrusive. They take up less space. That's my dog. Her name is Puddle. But they do the job of blocking these guys in, and I will also say that they allow them to step just slightly closer to you, because they're not held an entire block away. They can get just like a little bit closer. I tried chains, and I tried what do you call those things? End rods. You probably could do like glass panes. No, you can't do glass on these guys, because if you do glass, then you can't reach the top guys anymore, right? So it has to be this like really thin, just little doink of a block. You don't have to have these wall pieces. I did it because I don't like the way that it looks to not have them. Now you'll see these guys have trapdoors behind them. You saw me smack one of these probably before. Having that trapdoor behind them just, again, like shoves them just slightly closer to the player, which means that they are less likely to be out of your click range. Those guys on the top don't have that. If anyone was going to have it, they probably should. But, this is embarrassing. I don't even know how this happened. I wish you weren't in here, and I don't have my sword. Just ignore this guy. Ignore him, please. That has never happened. Incredible that happens while I'm recording. My first ever fucking video. Where are we? Yeah, okay. These trapdoors, in part, are here because they push the guys forward a little bit. The other reason they're there is you cannot place carpet on nothing. But you can place carpet on these trapdoors in either position, open or closed. These guys are standing on slabs. If they were standing on carpet, you wouldn't be able to have your dividers on the bottom. That was a consideration up here, right? Like these, if you have them on the top, then you can use a block like a carpet or a bottom slab or a trapdoor for them to stand on. If you have these on the bottom, then they have to be standing on the next block down, which is okay, but then it forces everything else down. Like it is quite space efficient. Now, these guys are standing on half slabs. I really want to get rid of this dude, but I don't know. Oh, do I have? I could do. Okay, this is going to be really embarrassing. I already know. See, okay, so this is part of it. The thing I hate. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. I hate the whole rigmarole of that. See, this sword is called Knife 3. Okay? That's because it's the third sword that I have called Knife, because I die a lot in this game, okay? And I don't feel like getting better. I got other things to worry about. Now, this is an issue. I don't really know how I would get over there unless I had an ender pearl, which I do. Let me put my trident back. And let me throw my... God damn it. Oh! Yeah, well, I didn't account for that either, did I? Everything has gone wrong here. I should... Oh, from thorns, yeah. I didn't even have to do anything. I was thinking about maybe I could trap him. Maybe he'll just toss me in there. Yeah, that's a little better. Wow, everything has gone wrong. Everything has gone wrong. Okay, so we're back to it. These things are meant to just look like they're holding the chains, like you could... How did I lose so much XP? I had like 62 XP. Is that how that happens? Like, did it go somewhere? Did it go down here? No, I just suck. That's how it's... okay. Okay, now what in the hell's going on over here? This you can see is that shulker of emeralds that I showed you before. This is that iron chest that I showed you before. So here's the thing. You want this to be full at all times. It is definitely overkill, I realize, to have all of this iron in this large double chest. Like, you could use multiple chests, like separate out multiple chests with multiple things, but I didn't. I might, but I didn't yet. I have a dropper here, hopper line, and that's connected to a water stream. There's these two guys, two observers facing into each other to power that dropper. The reason that isn't making any noise is because there are always items in the dropper, and the dropper is always trying to put items into a container. So if the dropper was empty, or if it was throwing items not into a container, it would click. It took me a while to realize that was the case, trying to figure out like a whole hopper timer thing so that I didn't have to listen to the clicking while I was doing my trades. Then I realized that I was a huge idiot. So these guys will just do it. They're ever clicking, but you don't hear it, so it's not really a bother at all. And actually, it makes the whole thing way easier and more compact. So how does this work? Your dropper has a signal filter with this barrel, which is full of tools. If there is one less than full, I will demonstrate. In the dumbest possible way. Nope. One less than full, there's no longer a signal being thrown out. When this signal is off, that means that you're now diverting iron flow from the farm area and storage area into the villager trading hall to replenish the supply that you have in here. So you saw the line go back on. That's because enough iron came and replaced that one ingot. If this thing is full, your iron will flow into your normal storage area or wherever else you want it to flow to. When it is not full, it'll start to pull your iron from that main line into here. So what's actually happening here, this is my iron farm. It filters out the roses, or the poppies rather. They'll come up here, go down there, and get turned into bone meal. The iron goes in the other water stream where I use auto crafters to create blocks of iron because it was just filling up too quickly. I had to store it in blocks, like automatically. I needed to get the iron, preferably in ingot form, into here. And so the way that I did it is I created this little doohickey, which is just a sticky piston that yanks out the ice from the bottom. So the iron that's flowing, instead of flowing into the auto crafter, it drops down this glass column. Below there, it falls into this water stream that sends it along underneath here, up to this bubble column, over into your hoppers. The hoppers carry it the rest of the way into the dropper. The dropper is pointed up into your chest. So basically you're just rerouting it. Then the last step would be getting my other farms up into this other chest. So just to have like another set of items constantly prepared to flow in as needed. Items that I would use to trade with villagers who are not the iron guys. So that's it. Okay, I guess if you have any questions, just leave a comment. But man, please don't leave a comment.